Close, but no cigar. The Denver Nuggets lose 129 to 119 to the Chicago Bulls. Honestly, the game that felt like the Nuggets had it in the bag. They were playing really good today, getting really good basketball out of everybody on the roster, but they just weren't able to close out the game. They get into the fourth quarter 95-95, and after going up 99 to 95, the Denver Nuggets just absolutely there's by some fault of their own, but overall, the Chicago Bulls just played a really, really good game in the fourth quarter, started hitting a lot of shots, y'all. But look, there's some good takeaways from this game. Peyton Watson gets a start, has the best game of his career offensively. Jamal Murray continues to soar, and he's playing well versus everybody right now. And this is a great and welcome sign as we get ready to round into the NBA playoffs, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Swipe again. Let's get it. The Denver Nuggets lose to the Chicago Bulls 129 to 119 in a game that honestly, it really truly could have gone the other way. The Nuggets at one point in time were up 99 to 95 inside of that fourth quarter. And then the game just got away from them. They were not able to get the stops. They allowed the Chicago Bulls to hit threes after threes after three. And at the end of the day, if you're not able to defend properly and you give up as many threes to the Bulls as they did today, you're probably going to lose. The Bulls this year, I believe, they hit 41 three-pointers versus Denver in the two games they played versus them. The last one with Jokic, and I think Gordon played in that game. This game, no Jokic. Look, they shot 49.5% from the field, but they shot 17 of 39 from three, 44%, and 22 of 26 from the free throw line. But here's the thing, man. The Denver Nuggets shot 11 to 36, 31%. Not great. That's a below their normal shooting game for them. They were the third, I think, most accurate three-point shooting team in the league, if I remember correctly. They shot 47% from the field. But y'all, 16 to 24 from the free throw line. This really continues to be a story. Like, if you make, at one point in time, the Denver Nuggets were down 5 points with about really a minute and some change left, and Russell Westbrook had a wide open three-pointer that he hesitated on and ended up missing. But if you make your free throws, you make 5 more free throws, 6 more free throws, and you're sitting here, it's a closer game, you're in the lead, and at least you're making it more advantageous for yourself down the stretch. And y'all, so that stuff didn't go right for them, but the things that went right, Jamal Murray only played 32 minutes in this game because he got in foul trouble with a lot of time left in the second quarter. But he had 28 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. He was 11 of 22 from the field, 4 of 9 from three, 44% from three, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And he continues to have, honestly, a spectacular run. Only 2 turnovers for him today. He was facing the most pressure of any Nugget on the court tonight. Now, Kobe White on the other end had 37 points on 22 shots today, just uber efficient, 5 of 10 from three. He's been on a heater lately. Josh Giddey's also played very well lately, 26 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds for Josh. They were both a plus 16 and plus 10. And then Dalen Terry for them off the bench was a plus 8. So they got some really good contributions from him. Jalen Smith, who had not played like a lot at all for the Bulls, got 14 points off the bench and was a plus 17. And honestly, that was the biggest difference in the game. The Nuggets just don't have a player they can turn to get that kind of production out of them. Now, Russell Westbrook off the bench had 14 points. He had 10 assists. He was only 5 of 14 from the field, though. You know, you're shooting 35% from the field, 1 of 5 from three. That stuff is going to cost you, especially the way, obviously, he's being guarded. But 5 turnovers for Russ, you know, and I really, you know, the first few turnovers that he had today, you know, really just kind of in the process of like trying to get everybody involved and open. But, you know, 5 turnovers for 5 turnovers. Like that's 19 turnovers in the last 3 games. In the last 12 quarters of basketball, 19 turnovers is just too much for your 6 man. So you definitely want to see him clean that up because come playoff time, it's either going to cost them or he's not going to play because you just can't turn the ball over in playoff settings. Like I just no other way around it, especially for Russ fans that want him to play good and be there and be available. Everybody does, but you just can't do that. And on top of that, like the shot hesitation is obviously affecting things as well. But a lot of it happened to Michael Porter Jr. today. He had 16 points, 6 rebounds. I would say in the first half, he was fine, y'all. But like At one point in time in the game, he really just kind of froze up and was missing a lot. He took 10 3-pointers tonight, made one of 10 for Michael Porter Jr. tonight. And there's just been like, for whatever reason, let me see, last 13 games for Porter. I don't know how many exactly it's been since the All-Star break. But last 13 games, y'all, like he's just not having like the kind of performance that we were seeing prior to him going down with the injury. And, I don't know like what exactly the moment was where Porter just kind of started falling off a little bit, but he just clearly has been like a different player. And it's clearly like affecting his shot. It's affecting confidence in the shot. It's affecting his ability to just do basic things. And y'all, really, it started that Milwaukee game. Like, remember the Milwaukee game? He was 5 of 22. Y'all, the last 15 games since that Milwaukee game, he's averaging 16 points a game, but he's shooting 44% from the field, 31.5% from three, and 80.6% from the line. Like, and he's a minus 77 over that stretch as well. Like that's just not good enough for somebody in his position. And Porter knows that he has to be better. He will be better, I believe. But this is going to be the question about Porter. Come playoff time, is he going to have it in him? Is he going to be able to have the best playoff run of his career? Because that's what this run is going to require. To win a championship this year, if that is the goal, which it is for the team, he is going to have his best playoff run, his most consistent playoff run of his career. And what can't happen is these kind of games. Last 15 games, you get 4 20-point games. Like, that's fine. That's okay. But you're averaging 16 and you got a 54 true shooting. That's not Porter. That's not Porter at all. And I want Porter to be better for the sake of Porter. He had a great dunk tonight where he looked spectacular. But because his numbers have been so bad lately, he's averaging 18, 7, and 2 on the year. But he's shooting 49.9% from the field and just 39% from three and 76 from the line. That's gone down. Like, he was at 41% from three really just a month ago. 61 true shooting is still really good, but Porter, the consistency is going to be what's asked. Can you hit big shots when they come your way this playoff run? Can you create for yourself this playoff run? Will you rebound? Will you defend this run? Porter is going to be playing next to Gordon and Jokic and Murray and Brown and Russ and Watson and Zeke and Jalen Pickett if he plays. Like, that's going to be the rotation. And Porter's going to have to be one of the best play finishers in the sport for them to do what they want to do. And I believe he can do it, but it's up to him to do it. And this is what they have. They decided to roll with Porter, and so Porter's going to have to do things. Because the thing is, for Porter, because he's not a good enough defender, he has to be able to hit shots. That's just what it is. Like, you have to rebound and hit shots, if you're not going to be a great defensive player. And so these streaks, they can cost you when you're not hitting those shots because you're not adding a lot in the other end. So hopefully he gets better. Peyton Watson today was incredible, y'all. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 4 blocks today, 4 of them, 0 turnovers, 8 of 12 from the field, and 2 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. There was a 3-play stretch where he went to the free throw line, I think, on 3 straight possessions because of how aggressive he was being in the half court and in the transition. 24 points for Peyton Watson. And he looked confident. The mid-range was there today. He was attacking the rim. He took some three-pointers that were very confident today as well. Again, y'all, they won the minutes with Watson, Jordan, Brown, and Murray today. Like, they won those minutes, and that foursome was really good today. They honestly really were. Porter just didn't have it in him to kind of stay through and hit the shots and also play the defense on the other end. But Peyton Watson was incredible, man. Like, he continues to take steps, and I love that Malone started him today instead of Russ, because the reason why is you got to get Peyton Watson ready. Like, Peyton, you're going to be asked to step into a huge role this year, one you didn't go through in the championship year, and then one you did not go through last year. Peyton has to play. And because you have to play, you have to be ready for the moment. And that means shot making. That means being aggressive at the rim. That means being a great rim protector. Not a good one. Great rim protector like he was today. You're taking care of the small things. And he did that today. I wish they could have got the victory. because he honestly, his play warranted that today. And then DeAndre Jordan had 10 points, 17 rebounds, and 7 assists and a steal. That's another really good game for DJ. DJ fell apart though in the fourth quarter. He just same thing that he did versus, man, I can't remember. It was 2 years ago. It might have been in the 76ers game where he was just watching like just rebound after rebound. Matter of fact, it was the Celtics game in December. I think I remember the Celtics game in December, and then the Sacramento game. I can't remember from a year ago. It was December 2022, and DJ just would not secure the board. And even though he got 6 offensive rebounds today, he was fighting on the offensive board, especially in that third quarter. But y'all, like, some of it he might have got gassed, but it's just ending those possessions. He was so good today until the last stretch of the game. And again, DJ, back-to-back games where you're getting these kind of production from your backup center, that's a really big deal. And he did the job today. He was good enough for them to win today. But like I said, Russ minus 11, Porter minus 22, those two on the floor without DJ and then without Murray today, costly. Just because, the turnovers and then also Michael Porter Jr. not making the shots. Christian Brown today, 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He had a couple good defensive possessions on Kobe White, just not enough. 7 of 13 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Again, plus 2 in the minutes. He won those minutes. Zeke Naji off the bench, 7 points, 3 rebounds, but he had 3 blocks today. And some really good recovery blocks today on Kevin Huerter, Kobe White. He was a minus 9. Jalen Pickett, just 2 points, 1 of 3, minus 4. Blacko Chanchar, minus 9 off the bench. He had 3 rebounds today, which is good, but I'm just not on the train with Blacko. He just doesn't do enough. He's been on the team for quite some time. But yeah, he doesn't have like the certain things that you need in order to get it done. So overall, like, I'm not really like tripping about this loss just because, like, again, no Jokic again, no Gordon. They just beat Houston Rockets last night. You look at the standings, they're firmly in the 3 seed right now. They're a game and a half behind the Rockets right now for the 2nd seed. They're slotted to play the Warriors, right now at the playoffs started today. So, hold on to the 3 seed. They got some games coming up that are very winnable for them, but they're obviously going to have to take care of business and do that. They got Milwaukee coming up in 2 days. Then they have Utah. Then they got Minnesota, Sacramento, Golden State, Indiana, Sac, Memphis, and Houston. So definitely going to be a schedule they got to play in. I doubt you're going to see Joker for all those games. They're continuing to try to find rest just to be able to give him like an opportunity to take care of business. But overall, again, very winnable game for the Nuggets. This is why these kind of games are important. It's not that the Bulls, like, they're not a bad team. But again, if you're playing versus a team like this where you have advantages, you got to get these moments. They gave up 31 fast break points to the Bulls today after giving up 0 yesterday to the Houston Rockets. They gave up 31 fast break points, only 11 for them, 16 second chance points for them, and 58 paint points for them, 56 for the Bulls. Overall, just not a good enough defensive game. And again, really in that fourth quarter is when it happened. 126.7 defensive rating today. This season has just not been, just the last 2 years, just not been like the defensive season that we've seen in previous iterations of this team since they started winning championships. In 2022-23 year, they had the 15th in terms of like what is said on paper. But remember, they were 29th at the end of December, and they were a top 7 defense, top 8 defense the rest of the year after December. And then last year, they were top 8. They were top 3 at one point, and then they were top 8 to finish the year out. So this year, they're not even in like the realm of any of those things right now. Like on the year, including this game, look at net rating. They had the 8th highest net rating in the league. They continue to drop with this last month of basketball. They're only 45 and 28 right now. Like, it's not great. Their offensive rating has dropped to 3. A lot of this without Joker, obviously. Their defensive rating has dropped to 22. Like, that's just not like the sign of a contender. Now, I think they're better than Memphis in a vacuum. I think they're better than Houston. So like they can beat those teams. They're going to probably have to see the Wolves and have to deal with that as well. But, Denver got some things to answer. And a lot of this, like I said, it's going to come down to Porter. You know, Porter's going to have the job. They're going to ask Porter to do a lot of things. They're going to see if he can do it, see if he can get the job done. So we'll see, y'all. But unfortunately, it's a loss. But y'all know what time it is. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Locked On Nuggets happening tomorrow. Y'all know what time it is. Swipa Gang. See you on the other side.